I found this article by Fortune talking about the seven most common myths about sunscreen. And I want to know if you still hear these myths around. I'll share with you as if I have heard these myths still. I think you're going to be shocked by a couple of them that are still being spread around. Hi, Sean, Melanoma Mom. Join me in my mission to prevent skin cancer by subscribing to this channel and giving it a thumbs up. The more people who see these videos, the more they will go out and get their skin checked and change sunscreen habits. Hopefully. 7 common myths people continue to believe about sunscreen, according to dermatologists, written by Kells McPhillips, August 12th, 2023, in Fortune Well Online. I will link the full article in the description box of this video if you want to go read it for yourself. The first myth is, I only need sunscreen on sunny days. Do you guys still hear this one? I used to believe this until I had melanoma. You don't get UV through rain, cloudy days, no, but you do. 80% of UV rays can penetrate through clouds. We still need to wear sunscreen inside because UV rays can penetrate through the glass of our windows. That's why reapplying indoors and outdoors is so important. That's why I put sunscreen on first thing when I wake up in the morning. Rain, shine, clouds, snow, whether I'm leaving the house or staying in, I put sunscreen on. Myth number 2, all sunscreens are toxic. I cannot tell you how often I get this comment on my videos. Someone saying that I'm putting sunscreens on my body that are toxic, that are causing the cancer, and how dare I speak that people should wear sunscreen. I get comments like that all the time. But what this article points out is that sunscreens undergo rigorous safety standards through the FDA here in the States, and every country has their own governing body of regulations. So the sunscreens have been tested on people, and they're regularly tested. When things are found, that's when you see a recall. The ingredients of sunscreens are safe for the body. Myth number 3, applying sunscreen once a day is enough. Yeah, I'm sure that's why I ended up with melanoma. Yes, I only applied sunscreen in the morning as I was heading out in my college years, and never again did I reapply. For some reason I thought it lasted all day, even though it clearly states on the bottle that 80 minutes is typically, sometimes less. Sometimes it only lasts 40 minutes, but typically it's about 80 minutes that it lasts. Also, if you're sweating and it's not a sweat resistant sunscreen, and even if it is, you still need to reapply throughout the day. I just put it on every 2 hours. Myth number 4, higher SPF means longer protection. I just never knew what SPF meant. If it's SPF 50, that doesn't mean you get to stay out in the sun longer than if you were wearing an SPF of 15. It means that it blocks a higher percentage of the UV rays coming in. It has nothing to do with how often you should reapply your sunscreen. Let me make myself clear. I'm laughing about some of these, but if you believe these and you didn't know any better and you hadn't heard any different, there's no shame in that. I hadn't heard the correct information before I had melanoma. I don't mean to embarrass you if you're here, if you are just now learning this. That's great. I'm so glad you clicked on this video. Myth 5, sunscreen never expires. I think my mom believes this myth. There were times, and Mom, no shade to you, I'm sorry, but you didn't know any better. Sunscreen has an expiration date. It's usually printed on the bottle somewhere. The only exception I have found is the Clinique Pep Start sunscreen. It's not printed on the bottle, and I don't know why. But usually they want you to use it up within a year of opening it. My mom would take out the same sunscreen bottle every beach vacation, and she would conserve that one sunscreen bottle with 3 of us kids in Florida. But if we didn't use it up 1 year, we saved it for the next year. So I'm pretty sure we were using expired sunscreen. So throw your sunscreens away. A viewer of mine recommended writing the date you open it on the package of the sunscreen, which is brilliant. Myth number 6, some sunscreens are waterproof. And no sunscreens are waterproof. They might be water resistant. If you're going swimming and you've only been in the pool for 30 minutes and you get out and your bottle says you don't need to apply until 80 minutes. No, as soon as you get out of the water, you need to reapply. The Misha, there is a Misha sunscreen that I love that's called waterproof. And I hope that they change that because it's, you know, it's deceptive to think that it's waterproof. I haven't seen, most sunscreens will say water resistant now. I think there was a time where waterproof was the language, and then companies realized, hey, that makes people think that it actually doesn't wash off in the water. You can't wipe it off. And so people aren't reapplying like they're supposed to. So they've changed it to water resistant, which I think is a better terminology. But Misha Waterproof is a fantastic sunscreen, but they need to rename it, in my opinion. Myth number 7, sunscreen is the only thing you need to protect yourself from the sun. I still see this myth. I don't know about you. The idea that you just put on the sunscreen, you can go out during the highest UV rays and that's all you need. And then people wonder why they get burned or they turn pink. I am now in the habit of wearing jackets outside, and you might think that's hot. I've gotten used to it. I buy special, very thin materials that are UPF 50. Hats, we still need hats, sunglasses. Sunscreen is a tool in your wardrobe. Today is a great day to wear sunscreen. What are you wearing today? Let me know in the comment section down below.